I heard the song in the background. I wanted to dance. So I thought, why not listen to it fully with you guys? It's perfect for you.
She's like singing out of my soul. Sometimes we get lost in our own little world, but it's all so much bigger than we realize.
It's called Whoopty. No idea what it's about. We're going to talk about it and see what we can pull out of it psychologically. It is by Cristian. He is a singer-songwriter, multi-talented singer-songwriter, composer, producer, and Grammy winner too. Let's see here. For Best Pop Solo Performance for his 2017 single, I Don't Mind. His music has evolved over the years. I've read from elements of jazz, funk, soul to EDM. Collaborated with some of the biggest names, including John Legend, Ed Sheeran, Drake. Yeah, I don't know much about this artist. It looks like he was born in New York. This one's called Whoopty, and what was fascinating about it is the beat is catchy. It's not the genre we often listen to on this channel, as in music from Africa, Arabic music, metal, various type of instrumentations that are unique to our ears, but it's catchy. And I want to talk about the psychology of music like that, why it gets people's attention, why perhaps it's received the way it is in our day and age, and why it blows up the way it does. This song or this video was put out 3 years ago, 182 million views. Okay, so let's check it out together. Maybe we'll dance a bit. We'll see what happens. Are you ready? Subscribe. Okay, let me start over. Okay, listen, I love listening to music like this every so often, either if I'm cruising in the car or not so much cruising when I hit the Autobahn, or there's something about it that is creating a level of build-up here, excitement, right? Dope to dance to. I could see a lot of people doing choreographies and dance moves to this, but there's a lot of elements that get people hyped emotionally. We'll start over in just a second. Pay attention to those Arabic and Oriental elements. The beat, right? Clean click. Then the visual imagery here, that fast-paced, that fast, beautiful sports car, the lights at a red light waiting to go, the light turning green, and the foot hitting the acceleration, right? That pedal, wanting to hit the gas and go. Okay, so there's this buildup, even in musical composition. Again, it's not our typical genre we often listen to. It's not, it's something we would find on, it's something that would be listened to a lot by, a lot of the younger generation that wants to just have fun and blast and dance. But there's also psychology to experience here. So let's start over and listen together. I can relate to this feeling. I'm wearing the wrong shirt for this. Hold up. Much better. Here we go. Ready? Double now. Yo, oh my gosh. Okay. Very different than what we usually listen to. I've said this a few times, emphasizing it again. Guys, oh my gosh. Okay. So for you, this might be like, nah, not for me. There were no lyrics except for the lyricless vocalization and that Oriental Arabic dynamic that was brought in here that I thought was a beautiful contrast to the beat and those elements of EDM and pop and the heavy focus on rhythm. I love when various genres and elements are blended together. And that's something that we've seen on the rise over the last several years. Unique combinations where we have those modern electric synthesizing elements added to elements from around the world. So in that from that angle, I feel like it's fitting for this channel, right? But I like bringing a variety and just diversity to this channel, and I feel like that's just the perfect, new thing to bring. I love stuff like this. To you, it might be like, nah, not for me. This is not music. Most of this is, some people are critical of music that is produced strongly electronically, right? Where there is less instruments, acoustic instruments or compositions of sorts. But to me, I love this type of stuff because that's the kind of stuff that I would totally cruise to or want to race to. I love, well, for one, whenever I don't play video games much ever. But when I was younger, I did love some car racing games. And I love driving for real now. I often tell you guys we go on these rides on this channel. There is something so freeing. It feels free. It feels like there's something that makes me feel more alive and free when I can just hit the gas and I can listen to music and I can go, right? A beautiful car, the open road, a road trip, the exhilaration, the adrenaline of hitting the gas, okay? And then the way that this music video was put up, that beautiful yellow sports car, that excitement, that anticipation we can relate to when that light goes from red to green. Right? Looking at it psychologically, I think this can excite a lot of people, conscious and subconsciously, because for one, we can relate to that feeling of wanting to be free, of wanting to go. It may be relatable for many that play video games, right? It has this, or love to watch movies, action movies. We see these scenes in video games and movies where people have free reign to do what they can't usually do, right? Normally, the road is not all empty, right? That's not very normal. You can't just burn rubber and spin in circles on an empty road in the middle of the city without there being a bunch of cars around, without causing an accident or getting into legal trouble, okay? So there's something I think that is exciting about that type of imagery and the music that goes with it. There's something about, getting to live out our fantasies and wishes and that feeling of either immortality or freedom or complete power, right? Racing down the street with no repercussions, if you will. Even that gargoyle on top of that building where the eyes started turning red. Maybe that was some type of, I'm not sure what that was supposed to represent. It added a level of eeriness and suspense. Maybe it was some type of camera, right? Some type of secret mission, some type of sensor that goes off or camera or I don't know, some idea of there's a special door here, a secret door, some type of forbidden place that he's entering, some type of test lab or, secured facility. Now suddenly being out in the snow somewhere in a completely different, what looked like a completely different place. Okay, so very movie-like. I'm not sure if this belongs to something else. I'm not sure if this, there's a thread here. So tell me in the comment section for those of you who know this track or this artist. Not sure what the storyline is, but the music, that blend of that heavy beat, the way that the beat switched up, that build up that we often find in EDM before the beat drops, the excitement. It worked well with that car, worked well with that movie-like scenery and this feeling of complete, power, being untouchable, excitement, adrenaline. It was dope. And it was just the kind of music that I love to dance to. It just made me want to dance.